So when I found out on Sunday, I like broke down in tears. It's like Kobe has meant a lot to me. I've been a fan since I was 9 years old. Actually, my senior shirt says "Go Lakers" or "Go Leakers." But yeah, I don't know. Kobe was my favorite player. I have like 3 Kobe jerseys at home. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. I thought my friend was like trying to joke or something when he told me, but then I saw the reports and I was like, no, this can't be real. I don't know. I still kind of don't believe it, but yeah, he's meant a lot. He taught me to work hard, Mamba mentality. He's also taught me to prioritize those around me, like those close to me, my friends, my family. And I guess his death, I just learned that you never know who's gonna leave you. So
I think growing up I was never that much of a Lakers fan, but I definitely respected Kobe as he influenced the game, and you can clearly see now that he's gone, so many people are affected. And I think when I found out, I was upstairs and I ran down, I told my mom. She doesn't watch basketball, but she knows who Kobe is, and she was really shocked, and so was my dad. And I just think that Kobe was such an influence to the game of basketball that when I heard it, I was really shocked.
I'm in the basketball community, and like he meant a lot to it, like he changed it a lot. Not to sound cliche or anything, but like he actually did. So I don't know, it's just kind of like when I heard the news like that morning, I was just kind of shook. I was kind of like laid on my bed for an hour processing the information because it's kind of crazy. Definitely like impacted me because like it's like our generation's first like monumental death. So yeah, just feel really bad about that, but it's okay.
Kobe Bryant represented to a lot of people the next big player after Michael Jordan. So there was a lot of talk about Michael Jordan being sort of the inspiration for a generation of young basketball players. I think Kobe Bryant was his predecessor, or sorry, his successor in that particular case, and he meant a lot to the Los Angeles area in terms of recapturing the greatness of the Lakers organization. And clearly the reaction to him in the aftermath has been very substantial, so you can see the real impact that he made to the game.
I guess just one thing that stands out to me is that, he's going down as a hero, and rightly so. I mean, there's so many reasons why he has made himself into that. But if you look back 15 years ago, that's not what he was. He was more of a villain, and he made mistakes. And I think that lesson is really important. We're all going to make mistakes, but we can be remembered for different things if we put in the effort, like he did with his Mamba mentality, to change his perception and to become a supporter of WNBA and to write children's books and create his podcasts and his movies and all these things, to give of himself in a way that in the past he wasn't necessarily seen that way. So I think it's pretty remarkable to have changed the perception of self by doing that.
So Kobe was a great player. When he passed away, I was really sad about it, and I really wish he has a great time in heaven. And so the one memory I had of him was when he scored 81 points. It was against Utah Jazz, and I didn't really watch that game because I was really young, but I watched highlights of it, and it was a great game. It's what made him a legend.
All right, so I've been a big Kobe fan since like elementary school, and I've had a lot of good memories with him. I remember like he's hit a lot of clutch shots and everything. Like yeah, that's something that I really admired about Kobe, and also his like Mamba mentality. He kept fighting even if his team was down or something. That's what I really liked about Kobe.
When I first heard about Kobe's death, it was a huge shock because I definitely have been following Kobe since I was 6 or 7 years old. I even remember the first basketball game I ever watched was Lakers versus Mavericks, and I remember seeing Kobe drop, I think it was like 25, 26 points. He's the reason I even wanted to start playing basketball, as a kid. So it definitely hurt me when I saw it. I even remember I was at work, and I think one of my colleagues came up to me and he like showed me the news article, and it hit a different way. I mean, my generation definitely looks up to him all the time. Like all the people who play basketball around our age, we all wanted to be Kobe, and I don't think I'd get over it anytime soon.
I have a kind of a similar story, I guess. I was just chilling at home, and then one of my friends, he's like, yo, Kobe died. And at first I'm like, no way, he's just pranking me. And then he sent me like a screenshot of a news article, and I still didn't believe him, because it's Kobe. You wouldn't really expect that. Then to confirm whether it's true or not, I went to the news app and I saw it, and I'm like, wow. And I just sat there for like 10, 15 minutes, like, this actually happened. And same with him, it hits a different way, because there are certain celebrities who are just like, you still mourn for them, but Kobe, you're gonna mourn much longer, because he meant so much, not only on the court, he inspired so many people, but off the court, his mentality, what his beliefs were, everything like that. It just a legend gone too soon, but he'll never be forgotten.
Kobe was like one of my favorite basketball players. I remember his very last game he played in the NBA. He scored 60 points. Yeah, and then so I found out through Instagram that he passed away. I was really surprised, and I was kind of like sad for a few days, because like him and his daughter, like they both so his daughter played basketball too, and she was really good, and like I wanted her like I knew she was gonna be like a star, and it just sucks to like see her and her dad, which were really good basketball players, pass away.
So Kobe was a childhood hero for me, and I think that his impact was not only great on just the basketball world, but to the whole wide world as well. And I think that his work ethic and his mentality inspired a bunch of people.
What he did for a lot of people. So obviously we know Kobe is one of the best players to ever play in the NBA, but I'd say that his impact was felt more on how he was just a revolutionary shooter in the game, and even though there's a lot of people who will make a lot of comments about his character, he's definitely someone who advanced the game in ways that can not even be imagined if he didn't do that. And I'd say, like, I remember because I went to the last Warriors game that Kobe ever played, so that was definitely something cool, just seeing him walk off the court and receiving a standing ovation from all the fans, you know. So yeah, Kobe's definitely meant a lot to the game, and it was a tragedy.
Kobe Bryant, he was a really good basketball player, and he meant a lot to me because his work ethic was something I really admired, because every day he would, like, for example, he would go to a basketball gym like 10 hours before the game and work, and his work ethic was what inspired me to play basketball and try to advance in my skill and stuff like that. And when I heard he passed away, I found out because my sister told me, and we were all just like really sad. It was a sad day. You know, my sister called from college, and like we just talked for a little bit, and it's really sad to see someone so good and so hardworking pass away.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stands out, obviously with Kobe, was his work ethic and the things that the amount of work that he put in, and how he would outwork any of his competitors. And after games, before games, he would just be in the gym working. I think one of the most visually impressive things was just the picture of him after he tore his Achilles tendon at the free throw line, and just knocking the free throw line and then walking off. Like, you just, that ability to stand in there was really huge.